Welcome guys by this new episode of my weekly visual journal. Let's get into the highlights. So the first highlight is that my first office days with the clients I'm doing work for. So that's really nice to freshen it up. I'm a fractional founders associate, so I do hands-on support in small startups, and then I just help wherever there's help necessary. I work for Upstarters, and Upstarters sends me out to different clients, and we only work with impact startups. So startups that want to do something good, have a positive impact on the world. Right, but I also help support in growing Upstarters itself. So I work for two clients. The first one is Treaty, and Treaty is an ESG data platform for VC funds, fund managers. The other one is PackBack, and they have a reusable packaging system that is plug and play, and they have a really cool mission to really cut down on disposables, single-use plastic. And for Treaty, I'm for now mostly working on LinkedIn. So I just do posting LinkedIn's. One learning I have is if you use GIFs, you use some animation and you just do a little GIF. You can even do this in Canva. You get really nice like moving pictures without it looking as video. I think it's I think that's pretty cool. Okay, for Packback, what I'm currently working on is the main thing is outreach. So I'm just doing cold outreach, qualifying the leads through LinkedIn Sales Navigator, and then um, yeah, doing the outreach. And what I learned is you really can automate that. You have tools like HeyReach, you have Dripify, and you can just automate all the outreach. So the next thing that you actually need to work on is like finding as well a way to easier find leads, qualify the leads with different tools. So I'll keep you posted. One learning is you really need some headspace to think well. I've been quite busy and now I'm having a bit more time, and I feel like I have also way more time to think about, okay, how can I deliver better work? What can I do smarter for Packback? Um, but yeah, you need to have the headspace and the time for this. So take some time to just think and relax, and then also do this. Like what I'm constantly doing is, okay, what is the thing that has the most impact? What can be done better? What is the thing that we need to focus on? What is missing? Reading books, gathering knowledge, like really trying to be curious and trying to learn things. But you need to have some headspace for this, otherwise it doesn't work. And one thing I'm really learned is deliberate practice is key. Like you need to like if you just do things and not trying to have this little curiosity, what I just talked about, and like trying to actually try new things and be deliberate in your practice, you're not really gonna improve. I just read it in the book and it keeps coming back in different things, and I'm like, okay, yeah, you need to keep doing deliberate practice with everything. Yeah, it's really about focus. So I'm really learning to keep focused, staying focused on like a few things, doing the one thing. For next week, what actually the plan is gonna be is I'm gonna move to Amsterdam, and I'm really gonna focus on starting my own business and taking you through it. Why I actually started this is because I feel I did everything on YouTube. So literally everything I looked for to learn was on YouTube. And then as well, I wanted to do the same with business. But with business, I felt like everyone was just wanting to sell you something like a course or just giving generic tips and not just showing how it's actually done. So I just wanted to do this myself, take you with me on this journey, and really trying to give as much insights and as much learnings and show the real side of what it is to actually like have a business and run it, so you can really learn from it and be like, whoa, I can use these things and see how it's done. Because everyone like shows it when they're ready, like, oh, I make like 10K a month already, and you're like, okay, cool, but what do you do, like how, like, so I want to show you from the beginning and take you through the journey. So that's the plan for next week. I'm really excited. So the last learning I have is that doing YouTube really helped me like clearly communicate. I'm still working on it, but it's really helps you to put your thoughts, like make them way more clear, because everything is in your mind, but now you have to communicate it to people. And I really already realized like, wait, I'm talking very unclearly sometimes. It's like more in my head, but it's like unlogical yet. Like it doesn't make too much sense to the people, so I need to be more like make it more understandable. So even now I'm struggling. So this is a thing that really helps. And also with a newsletter, like I really want to start a newsletter, and doing those things like posting on LinkedIn, for example, it really helps to clarify, like make the way you think more clear. And It's a really good lesson, and I think it's the most important lesson I need to learn, because I understand it in my head, but now it's the next step. Communicate it to people, write clearly, so everything. So that's one learning. So really do that, and it's also in the book from the Diary of a CEO. He also talks about it. Then we go over to the hobby section. So this week was just picking up like running, just picking up like going to the gym again, just doing light sessions, nothing special. What I got from the Creative Act is that you need to set the right environment to be creative. And creativity is something you cannot force. It's a state you come in, and then it comes like from within. It comes naturally. Like you have to like listen and pay attention to things, and then you'll be creative. And when you're still and when you listen, then you get creative inspiration. And it also tells you about hacks about how to be more, or like tips on how to like shift up their normal way of living, and have all these practical tips that you can use to be more creative. So I really like that. And then now I'm starting Traction, which is a book about like an entrepreneur operating system, like running how to run your business. And I think it's going to be really useful as well, to add this into Backbag, Upstarters, the other companies I'm working for, as well as the new thing I'm going to start. I've been re-listening again to The One Thing, because I just feel it's so key, and I'm really trying to print this in my mind, and really becoming like a way of thinking and a way of living. Isn't like, okay, what's the one thing? Let's get the one thing finished, and that's it. And it's really helping actually. Also with editing, like just for example, today I was like, okay, what is the one thing first? Editing one video. What's the thing afterwards is just filming, and that's all I've been doing like basically today. And normally I would have tried maybe way more things, but and then didn't come to the most important thing, but this is the most important thing, so I've been doing it. All right, so the question for this week is, what is a goal you want to achieve in 90 days? Set a good 90-day goal for yourself. Like the one thing, like this is the most important thing. Like just set the most important goal that you want to achieve in 90 days. And maybe let it know in the comments like what it is. I'm really curious to know what you guys have as a 90-day goal. So let me know. All right, love.
Singing the headlines, line with discord. It's either genocide or the planet in uproar. Never good. The rules in paradise are never nice. The best laid